Hey everybody, Garrett here. Are you excited for today's live stream? I know that I am, but while you wait, I have a little PSA. For those of you guys that don't know what that means, I didn't know what it means. I'm kind of old like that. That's a public service announcement, and it's about USARK. If you don't know who USARK is, they're the only ones with common sense regarding the pet trade in Washington. Everybody should be supporting them by now, so we've conveniently placed a link down in the description that you can click to go to usark.org and sign up for a membership. I think the lower memberships are like $5. That goes a really long way in helping them to protect our rights, because USARK fights for our rights. With all that said, welcome to the Superdwarf Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Superdwarf Show. Man, I missed you guys.
Show.
It's been 2 whole weeks, but we're here, we're back, and we're ready to hang. So thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate that very much. Here's the way that this whole show is going to work. I still don't know if I know how this whole show works. Thomas, can you tell us how this show works?
Well, this show is the best and only competitive place to learn about Superdwarfs, theoretically. Are we going to talk about Super Chats?
Superdwarfs and the people who love us. What do you want to say about Super Chats?
Well, Super Chats are actually the best way if you want to ask us a question live. We'll be reading the chat as you guys are talking, but Super Chats are the best way to break our stream of thought, and we will answer your question immediately. I will dance awkwardly by myself while Garrett watches.
Do I get to hear the music as you dance?
No,
or is it like
I'm
just
the
in
only
your
one.
headphones and the viewers can't hear it either?
No,
like
they
that
can
one
hear
time?
it this time. They can hear it this time.
Oh man, that was so good. I hope you guys can't hear it this time because that is better. All right, cool. So yeah, welcome. I've got a couple of announcements to make. First of all, for those of you guys interested in the Superdwarf world and have been following our 2022 breedings page, we have just tonight made 2 more clutches live. So that'd be clutch 2204 and 2205, which is pretty exciting. There is some ridiculously cool stuff going on in that clutch. Clutch 4 is the first time we've ever sold Superdwarf het pied stuff. So that's pretty cool. Thomas, I know you like the piebald stuff.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite. What do they look like?
Come on now. Come on. The ones that look like they're dipped in white paint.
Those ones. Yeah, I love them. Buy them up, guys. They're releasing now early to you guys if you're
Double
on Patreon. Press all
het
those.
purple pieds in Superdwarf. It's a
Everybody's
thing.
saying
It's finally a
hey,
thing.
we're getting the happy hump day. Greetings all. Made it just in time.
What's up,
Hello,
everybody?
folks.
I should pull the chat
We
up over here so I
got
can
Brandon
talk.
Cox, Karsh M,
Keep an eye
Boston
on you
Boas,
guys.
Erica Christian, J Hill Jr., Ganya Gahaka. That's so fun to say. I love saying that every time. Christina Hill, R. Vomiton, Low Life Exotics, SR Met, Jody Westover, Gina Ruck, Jack Price, Tammy Jenkins, TJ's Plants in Reptile World, Cotafago, Ben Horton,
Phil Thompson's in the house.
Gil and Claire,
Phil Thompson got a Superdwarf today.
CMB Reptiles, the one and only Arizona proprietor, purveyor of Superdwarfs.
I heard that they sold some of our house snakes too.
That's crazy.
Somebody had called in saying that that they saw that we shipped some of our baby house snakes over there to CMB, who are captive bred only reptile specialty store out of Phoenix. So we're selling our stuff through them for anyone interested. But yeah, so clutch 4, double het albino pieds, ridiculous, serious investment stuff. And then clutch 5 is, they're freaks. They're a bunch of freaks. So you guys probably know a little bit about our Superdwarf marble stuff. I tracked the bloodline forever. Fila Retic, a guy named Karsten Wollner out in Germany, imported some snakes, and he bred a marble to a slayer. And then they took the babies from that, was a slayer female, and imported a male, which I later owned. But at the time it went to Travis Kubis. He bred it to one of his TK line Kalatoas, and we made a Superdwarf marble there. Then I cherry-picked one of those things, and my good friend, who wasn't such a good friend for doing this, but nevertheless, Richard Bilbo, talked me out of my holdback like crazy-looking marble male out of that, and he bred it to a really funky platinum head anery that he got from Nerd. Nerd thinks that it's a Superdwarf, obviously. They used to say they were Kalatoas. Kevin was telling me now he thinks they're more Kayawati, which I tend to agree with. But either way, we're just calling it old school Superdwarf because we don't want to mix up any of that information or whatever. So, but whatever it was, the combination of this nerd line to this funky, Fila Retic TK line, I mean, you guys will just have to go check it out. Clutch 22005 on the website. They're nuts. Some of them, I mean, it almost looks like there's a new morph creeping around in there or something. Like they look like tigers or jags or something. And again, it was only marble and platinum in the breeding. So you guys sorted out. I don't know. It was crazy, but you have to go check them out. There's some lookers. We just called some of them freaks. I don't think it's a new morph or anything like that. I just think, I don't know what it is, but who knows? Who knows? You guys go check it out and tell me. So that's what's new in our world, which is pretty fun. And then for those of you guys who are on Patreon, we're going to do an after party on the show tonight. So if you jump on. Do you have a link in the description there, Thomas? We got a link up for these guys?
Or Patreon?
For Patreon.
There should be.
If you guys want to join Patreon, you can come hang with us at the after party. And today's special guest on this show is going to be my beautiful wife, Ashley. And
Can we give her a little intro? Can we make something up? How do we hype her up for this?
I'm going to leave that to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only secret master behind the scenes, puppet master, the lover of house snakes, the champion of all things small, creepy, and crawly. I don't know if there's anything else to say. Ashley Hartle, everybody.
What an Ashley.
Hold on, Ashley. Let me turn your mic up.
Oh
Tell us what you really think, Ashley, loud and clear.
Apparently, you know me so well. You had so much to say about me that.
Oh, I got more.
That was sarcasm. That wasn't really good. Sorry.
So besides having to put up with me my entire life, we should tell some ancient story reptile stories tonight. Like when we were dating or newly married and you were kind of just starting to see what it was like.
What was the moment that you realized that Garrett Hartle was built different?
That I was different?
The day I met him.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why was I so different?
You were just, I don't know. The first thing I could think of was who do you think you are? You were just so
I'm pretty sure a lot of us in the industry have thought that before.
I've heard you describe it before. I want the people to
hear. The moment I saw you, you
arrogant.
You had a swag, but I really think it's because you had a bad back. You were
have a limp.
He had a bandana on. He used to wear a bandana all the time. And he was I don't know.
I've broken my back 3 times, so I walk something
like a limp.
From Tombstone.
Oh, you're gonna play it out. It's really not that interesting. Here it comes. No, no. You were all cool and chill with your little bandana and your little mustache thing going on, and I mean you were hot, but then I was really young, so I couldn't really say that.
Whoa.
But then he starts talking. Well, then you start talking, and then I was like, oh no. What's that song? Oh no.
What do you guys think in the comment section? Everybody pretty much agree with us? Yeah. I think that's the way most people think of me. Yeah. I know my buddy Brad McCarthy, who's good friends with Rob, lives down the road. He was the only reptile person I knew moving here to Pittsburgh, but besides my buddy Scott blah blah blah, who I only knew because I sold him snakes when I lived in California. But Brad was the reptile guy. And I remember when someone, I don't know if it was Rob or someone else, was like, oh, you got to come over and meet Garrett. You know what I mean? At the time from Prehistoric Pets. And he goes,
Superjet.
Will his head fit through the door for me to meet him? That's what I've heard about him. Super chat.
Are you sure they can hear the music? Are they
Thomas, they can't see you. Thomas.
No, they can see me.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a delay because I can't see you.
Yeah, they can hear it.
I'm dancing with you though. I see you.
Can I buy 22071?
Oh man, I don't know.
While you answer that, let me put it back.
Erica Christian says, wait, did Ashley just say she liked the mustache? You
Did
remember
I
the whole
like
drama
it?
about me growing a mustache out recently, and you made me get
All
rid
right,
of it.
bring it back. I don't know if he had a mustache.
Can Lee Turk buy 22071 so I can stop dancing?
You know which
Oh
one? Can you
man!
stop
Oh yeah,
dancing?
yeah. I forgot that you're gonna dance until I answer this. This might take me some time. I gotta dig this up. Honestly, I have no idea if that thing is for sale or not. That is a G.I. Joe question all day
You were smart
long.
to super chat it,
So
maybe he'll get it. I don't know.
yes.
All right, perfect.
He might be
Thank you.
downstairs. I'll text him. Hang on a sec.
Guys, if you send us a super chat, I will.
This
If you
angle.
send us a super chat, we'll answer your question, and you'll watch me dance until the question is finished answering.
That's
Super
right.
chat.
So if you guys like Thomas dancing, super chat away. All right.
All right, we got a couple questions in here, or statements really. Nathan C says,
Oh, no.
Ashley, my favorite vegan chef.
Oh,
I left that
am
part
I
off your
now?
intro.
You
She
were.
is also my favorite vegan chef.
I
Are
know
you still
like
mad?
5
Competition is
things.
Are you still
so-
mad at Nathan C?
Honestly, no, because I can't remember what he was like
For buying
talking to.
snakes?
Yeah, like he was throwing me under the bus a little bit at one point, but I don't remember why. So no, I love you. Again,
I just
Nathan.
remember you saying, Nathan, I cooked you lunch.
I
What's
know.
going on?"
Yeah, I did. I was like,
guys,
I made him
there's a lot of
lunches.
behind the scenes stuff going on here. If you guys aren't a part of our Patreon community, actually runs pretty much the
Actually.
entire Patreon experience, really.
Link in the description
Yes,
officially.
and I'm trying to make it better every week. Every week, I'm like trying to think of more.
Oh, we had a bunch of people jump on the keeper level this week.
Yes, and I
Like
think that's because
15
of the
people
early.
because
Yeah,
we got new perks.
yeah, we redid some of the perks. The early access to the clutches, I think, is
Nathan is reminding you
The
that you were
green
mad
eyes.
about the green eyes thing.
Oh yeah, that made
It's
me
the green
so
eyes.
sad.
Oh, super chat. Hold on. We got
I was like,
roll
how
the
dare
music.
you say
Let me turn it down so they can hear you, sort of. Just loud enough that they can't. Can anyone point me in the
Just like
direction of a
nothing.
pygmy python breeder in the U.S. that is Bree? Thank you for $5, Bree.
What's up,
All right, hold on, I
Bree?
gotta put
Are
the
you
camera
talking
on you
about
really
like
quick.
Australian Antaresia? Can you clarify when you say pygmy python?
Like,
Are you talking about like because like Superdwarfs are kind of pygmies as a small island race? But I think you're talking about maybe the Australian like children's python, spotted pythons, all those kind of guys. Scottish Rob, what's going on?
We done?
Treat. this one's for you,
Oh, we
Scottish
got
Rob.
another one. Hold on. Let me.
That's Scottish Rob.
I just
Greetings,
think it's
Ian. Hope
shaking.
all's well with you guys. You guys gonna miss you at the St. Louis NARB.
This one's pretty loud. I don't know if they can.
Yes, we're not going. That is very sad.
oh, sad.
Bree says yes, Antaresia. I don't know. I know my buddy Shane Costello produced a little clutch of them last year. Gosh, who has Antaresia stuff for sale? Anybody in our chat community know who's selling? You're talking about the Australian pygmy stuff in the U.S. I don't know who would have any for sale. There's definitely breeders in the States right now, but
I'm shocked that you don't know this answer.
well, I'm trying to think of somebody that has some. There's a lot of people
Oh.
who have bred them, but yeah, I don't know. Help me out, guys. All right. Ooh, you got another super chat. Bam, Mr. and Mrs. Relia. Details about house snakes for sale. What's available? Where? Price range. Do you want to take this one, Ashley?
Yes, they're never for sale. And no, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I think, was it the Arizona people? They're selling ours. Yes. They are kind enough.
The only ones that are selling our house. So right now we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's available over there? They've got, I believe, I believe they have 25 females are
Sorry, I had you
175.
muted for a
And then
little
they
bit.
have a hypo female that is really, really hot. All the captive bred capes, that's the species I recommend. They're the coolest ones. They have a lot of color variety and
They're
pattern
not that
variety.
cool,
You're going to
though.
like them. They're kind of like this one.
Nobody heard what you just said. Sorry. I gotta still dance.
What?
Nobody heard what he just
Well,
said.
the song just plays and you can't hear it, but it was like full volume, man. It was like ear up to the speaker in a club.
All right,
basically
see, we're getting some
everybody's
shout outs
deaf
for you down
now
there on the
because they
Pygmy
couldn't hear.
Pythons. But C&B Reptiles has captive bred Capensis, males and females. They're kind of poss head everything. And they have one very special hypo female if they haven't sold it
Another
around,
super chat
already.
from our Vomiton.
They're 125 for males, 175 for females on the normals, wild types, if you will. But they got all kinds of cool locality and stuff.
Or you can save your money for your next Superdwarf.
Ashley definitely
Ashley, this
prefers
next
the
one's for you.
Superdwarfs.
Throwing that out there.
We got 2 euros. I believe that is the euro symbol
Whoop, whoop.
from our
Thank you.
Vomiton. Is Ashley the true mastermind behind ROR?
No, I'm 100% not. We were just
How
talking
would
about.
you say?
I'm the person who, you know, when you're driving and you like are trying to eat a sandwich, and so like the person next to you like holds the wheel. That's what I do. I hold the wheel a little
And I
bit.
eat the sandwich.
And he gets distracted, or he has his hands full doing 100 things, and so I just take the wheel a little bit and like keep it focused and going forward. But no, I am not the mastermind.
You lost that one on the house snakes, didn't you?
No, you guys, no.
She's also the star
People
of the
don't
Reach.
know.
If any of you guys
People
haven't seen our
don't- not
vlog
the
channel.
star. People don't know that video when they called me, it was like midnight, okay? And they twisted my words, and it was
Which
not okay.
words?
The whole like,
Wait, are you done answering the question?
yeah.
All right.
The whole,
I was cutting back and forth between me dancing and you talking just so they could like still see me dancing, but you
But
talking.
you, Thomas,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, you
What did I do?
edited that clip, and I did say that you were cute looking at cute snakes, but I meant to say, if it wasn't midnight, that you are cute looking at snakes that you think are cute, not that I think are cute. So
Well,
let's
guess
just
you
clear
guys
that.
what you ended up
if
saying.
you want to see it.
You ended up saying
I
what
know
is
what
on
I ended
camera,
up saying, Thomas, but
and everybody else
deny
knows
it.
what you ended up saying.
It's false.
We played it over
False.
3 times so people could make sure they really hammered it.
Yeah, I know you zoomed in and everything. I
Mhm.
like.
Orders of your husband, so you can take that one up with him right now. He was the one that pointed out. I missed
He
it.
was like zooming it. Oh, you missed it.
What do you mean I missed it? Oh, that I
She
said
missed
cute
it.
snakes. I was like, wait, stop. Did you hear what she said? All the
Again,
cute
it was
animals.
midnight. Okay, that's just
Cute
wrong.
animals.
Was that answering the question? I don't even remember the
It
question.
was. Well,
Okay.
so to change the subject here quickly, we have gotten a ton of traction regarding Retic Fest and a bunch of people
Yes.
asking. I think somebody
Yes.
started a thread on Facebook, and a
really?
bunch of people are like, why haven't I heard of this? What's going on? But
Oh
it's
my
because
because people don't go to their Patreon.
no, they're
Oh.
just not even on our Patreon.
Ooh.
This
Oh,
is a Facebook
it's
post.
Facebook.
Open,
Sorry.
finish that can of worms that you opened.
I heard that
should
we had
say
a couple of people also ask. They're like, well, I hate computers, but can I still come? But the thing is, on our Patreon, that's how we're doing the Evites, right? We're
Yes.
controlling it all through there.
Yeah.
So you can join at the very low amount of
$5.
$5. And I think it's fair to say we'll probably spend more than $5 on them when they show up.
100%. Yes.
$100.
Do you think
more
maybe
than
even
$5?
$6?
What's that?
So you would say like $6 or $7?
Yeah, it's like a $6 or $7 value.
I'm not very
for
good at
$5. Yeah, but that's how we're inviting everybody. So, you know, if you're on Facebook or whatever and you're hearing about this Retic Fest, it's getting pretty big. We have speakers confirmed. We have tons of breeders.
Yes.
Like Superdwarf breeders, like something like a dozen of them from all over the United States coming in. And that's not counting like the Jamaican catered food. Axe throwing, I think. Is that a thing?
Possibly it's not in concrete and stone.
We
but
might
we'll have a
have
truck
some
with
axe throwing competitions
We have
out here.
tattoo.
Oh,
that
yes.
We will be setting up to.
You
you'll
can
have
get
to
your
sign up
Reach Out
because-
Reptiles logo tattoo there.
Because
It's
I'm
going to be
pretty
a
sure
little
one
off the
person.
hook.
Yeah.
And
So
we
what
already
I'm
have about
hearing-
100 guests confirmed that are coming.
Wait, 100 guests?
Yes.
That's
100 people.
And counting. It's months away.
Yeah.
So
What
that's
I'm
just the
hearing is
people who
$9
have
or
gotten on there
$10.
and RSVP.
$9 or $10. That's what we spent.
It's going to be pretty crazy. I will say this here. If you guys are coming to Retic Fest, bring a chair.
Yes. Please.
Because I'm going to have to go buy like 300 folding chairs
And
or something by the
carpool.
time this is done.
And carpool.
Now,
Yeah.
if you do hate the internet and you don't want to, support us on Patreon or whatever, that's fine. We're still going to actually broadcast for free these speakers because we're doing that for the advancement of the industry. So who do we have confirmed so far as speakers?
Well, Ryan McVeigh. I'm afraid to say it. And then Lori.
Ryan McVeigh.
Yeah, Ryan McVeigh.
Yeah. And he's
Lori-
going to be talking about advancements in husbandry.
And Lori, is it Trini?
Yep. Lori is going to
there's
be
2
talking
Loris, so
about
he's confused.
animal behavior and also, like I saw,
Enrichment.
yes, and kind of like the psychology behind your pet, which will be really cool. Like I saw somebody saying, hey, my new pet just hides all the time. What do I do? This is the kind of thing that Lori is going to help equip you to build a relationship with your Superdwarf specifically. So that's pretty cool. Who else?
Should I say
Oh, just call them out. Yeah, just make them come. If you say it here, they have to come.
the U.S. Art?
Phil Goss,
Yeah.
president of U.S. Art.
I don't want to put that in stone, but possibly.
Phil's
possibly.
coming. He's coming.
Whether
So
he
he's going to
comes
talk about
or maybe videos
the
in.
present and future status of kind of like the legalities and political system behind it. Because it's funny, as Superdwarf market is growing and maturing and more people are getting interested in it, you know, you have this opposition coming in to the reticulated python at the same time, which is a little bit crazy because I feel like we as like not just Superdwarf breeders, but all the reticulated python breeders right now are doing a better job than ever at like responsible husbandry, keeping, promoting people moving forward. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be some like sticklers in the mud and stuff. But that's with anything for the, you know, by and large, almost, you know, and I can't even think of anyone specifically when I say that, but by and large, everybody's promoting better and better stuff when it comes to reticulated pythons. So, and the truth is they're not actually creating any problems that need to be addressed.
A little bit of a rabbit trail, but yes,
yeah,
indeed.
sorry, rabbit trail. Can
Oh,
you
gosh.
steer me back in the right direction? There? Just
See?
pull the wheel.
We got a question from our Vomiton. What influencers have you invited? Or Dave and B. Cusco will be causing havoc at least.
Heck yeah. So I wasn't even
Thomas
talking
Wicker.
about the
Thomas
guests.
Wicker
There
is
will be
invited.
all kinds of guests. The Thomas Wicker will be there. That is true.
D. Thomas Wicker. and
Yes,
Tom Flesh.
yes.
All right, back to the main show.
I don't know. That's your.
We're gonna
you know
have
the answer to that.
we're gonna have the opportunity for them to meet and hang out with not only all the cool, like tiny little rare locality retics we have. You can finally see them in person. Tell for yourself if you can tell the difference between, say, a Tom Belongin and a Jampea. But we're also gonna have a photo opportunity with
Oh yeah.
probably the largest reticulated python east of the Mississippi, which would be pretty cool. So,
Yep. Karma.
oh yeah, her name's Karma. So we'll have that. Yeah, we have quite a few people coming. I don't know that I want to sell the idea that you should come to Retic Fest based on who's going to be there in the audience, but we have some fun friends. It'll be worth coming to hang out. That's
I mean,
all I'll say
last
for
year
sure.
it was at our house. and
I'll leave it up to them
Did
if
we
they want
have
to
what,
say.
like 50 people at our house last year?
I
for
think it
Retic
was more
Fest?
than that, but yeah.
And it was epic, and everybody had fun. And I think the most.
Duran, I saw you in the comment section. Remember what Duran was
Oh
saying?
my gosh, Duran. He wasn't even there for a few hours.
She's like, I
It
don't
was
even know if
3
people
hours
are
in.
having fun.
Nobody was even there. Not that many people were there. And he was like, oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt. Because he was smiling so much because he got to hold
He was
so
like
many
the
different-
Barbie on Toy Story. My
It was
cheeks
so
hurt.
cute. But you know, it's a ton of fun. And I think people, like I was going to say, so many people were just so like excited and stoked to be with their community. Like everybody knew. Not everybody, but a lot of people knew everybody by their names, but just never seen them in, you know, their faces or, you know, one-on-one in person. So I think everybody just loves getting together and being together. So I think it's going to be
Bree
really
says
fun.
she expects karaoke. I think, you know, if Ashley busts out her guitar Cusco loves her guitar, then I think that might just happen naturally. That's kind of the way it goes. So it's starting at 10 a.m. and it's going to like 3 p.m. It is, or 3 a.m.
No,
probably.
no. Don't say 3 a.m. This time we have neighbors, so we'll see what the neighbors allow us to
Last
do.
year
I
we
don't
went
wanna
to like
say-
3 a.m. It was good times. So
Oh, it was
It'll
long.
be fun.
Neighbors even came over last time. and told us
Heck
ghost
yeah,
stories.
came
At
over
our
and-
house, but we don't know these
Marshall, you
neighbors
guys
very
remember
well,
Marshall's
so.
story? Boy, it is good times. It is good times. So
So
yeah,
come,
so you guys should definitely come.
sign up.
It's a lot of fun. We love our Patreon community. Like I said, I literally filmed like a dozen of those thank you videos today
Oh, really?
with
Good.
Aiden because everybody's signing up at the $30 level
For
because
that
they love
early
the
access.
perks
And
on
one
there.
lucky person has me walking into the background because they chose to film by the doors.
So
And so I was
by.
like, what are
Yep.
they doing? And I was like, oh, hey, thanks for saying that.
Yeah. And everyone, they never know what it is. But like, I mean, the truth of the matter is I started this business because we were breeding and selling baby snakes.
Mhm.
It's grown into a lot more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like doing these shows on YouTube, some of the traveling stuff that we do, even things that we give, like we give charitably from the company. And Thomas, you give a bunch of your time over to the US Arc channel. Not just you, but all of us.
I mean, it's paid time, but yeah.
So paid time that, you know, comes out of this. So all of that comes from our Patreon support. We have a lot of fun stuff that we would love to do. I've got too many plans all the time. Not the ability to do it all, but the Patreon support helps with all
Oh,
of it.
let's
So
go. Sorry. Our
Thank you, guys.
Vomiton says, yes, Thomas, you're probably the only English native who can almost pronounce my nickname. I will take that.
That's huge. That's
There you
big.
go. There you
Ganya
go.
Gahaka and our Vomiton, I'm racking up pronunciation like nothing.
That's it. That's it. So Hannah
Yeah,
Lily,
Retic
yes, you should bring that.
Huh?
I said, but yeah, Retic Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Retic Fest. So I want to know, first of all, I'm going to ask Ashley some, maybe a little bit more personal questions.
Great.
Can we dive in here a little bit?
I know it's
but if
gonna
you
be
guys
about
have any, feel free to drop them in the
house
chat
snakes.
there. Thomas will shout out some good questions in there, or
Oh,
you can
man.
super
Or
chat
some
if
bad
you
ones.
like, and make him dance
What?
while she answers.
I just said or some bad ones, but
What
we'll just see
what
they-
is, let's say we'll set a time frame just to narrow it down for you. What was the craziest reptile experience you remember having before we got married?
I think from an outside perspective, the craziest is when we had to relocate a rattlesnake and you drove a motorcycle. And so we just had like a rattlesnake in a side bag, and I was like in the back and like driving around trying to relocate this rattlesnake. And making like,
Are you talking about the one that we let go down by that creek?
Yeah, I don't even know where the rattlesnake came from, actually.
I don't know how much we should say. I don't know. Free handling is not really like a kosher thing with
Well,
venom.
you asked the question.
Yeah. Do you remember though? Do you remember letting it go? Because that was crazy driving around with a rattlesnake in your saddlebag on the motorcycle.
Letting it go.
Do you remember?
Me like touching the tail of it or something?
You held the whole thing.
Oh, I don't remember holding it. I must have blacked out. I remember like watching you do it, and I think you like held the tail, and I thought I like just touched the tail, but no, I don't remember. Did I actually hold it?
No, I was showing her how to keep a snake
Yeah.
calm when you handle it and stuff like that. And I used to do that with rattlesnakes
hold it,
because I
though?
was dumb. Yeah, I kind of like, I was tailing it and kind of like handed it to you, and you held the tail and
Well, there
were
you
the
go.
one to let it go.
Pretty hardcore. I
So
guess.
that was probably stupid.
Blacked out. I
But
don't remember that
yeah.
part.
I would agree. That was one of the crazier ones. We had some reptile
Oh,
related
we're getting some questions.
ones. Thomas loves the story about the mice in the van. We won't go there.
No, I just
I swear to you.
I love the part where I told Ashley that you told me the story,
swear to you.
and her
This
reaction
is
was my
going
favorite
down in
part.
flames. Wrap it up. Okay, next question.
Well,
I'm
family
going to.
jewels.
Erica says, do you like rattlesnakes
Yeah,
more
you're
than
right.
house snakes?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Rattlesnakes are
Give me
pretty
a
epic.
rattlesnake any day. Not like in my hand.
You're right. Our Vomiton says, "What was the craziest after you got married?"
The craziest snake story after we got married is that we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment and we had lizards on the floor. We didn't have like a bed frame, so our bed was on the floor and there was cages with the ackies in it. And then we bred
Used to breed a lot of
hissing
Australian dwarf monitor.
cockroaches in the closet.
For the dwarf monitors.
And then we had snakes in the dining room and the living room. And I was pregnant and I was going to the restroom in the middle of the night, like all pregnant women do. And so the toilet, and there's a window, and there's like a curtain rod, right? Go to the bathroom, go to bed, go back to the
the
bed.
dog was going crazy, and you were all
I
upset
don't
at
remember
her.
that. Yeah. And
Pookie
then 2
woke you
minutes
up.
later.
And you were like, yeah, shut up, dog. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's what I said. And 2 minutes later, something crashes we hear in the bathroom, and we get up, and the snake was like up on the like curtain rod and had broken it down. And all I can think of was when I was using the restroom, there was a giant snake right above me the whole time, and I didn't know it. And that's probably, I would say, the craziest one, just because, I mean, it was literally hanging above my head in the middle of the night, and I didn't
We're
know
talking
it.
about a mainland male retake.
Yeah, not like a
that
yeah.
cruised out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my story.
That was pretty fun. Justin Lathrop wants to tell the story of when we were.
I'm like nervous with these stories coming up, like out of the woods. Like, what's
Do you remember
happening?
Baron? We had a very large. Do you remember this story?
Yeah.
So I had a really big retake when she was about 18 feet. When I was in my early 20s and we were dating, you were over at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Baron had kind of her own room, but
A makeshift cage under a bunk bed that he made.
this was a cage I built in the 90s. It was strong. It was like
It was
2x8s.
strong. It was so strong.
Well, not that part of it, but like, yeah, so like 2x8 frame. It was basically like a bunk bed with the whole bottom part as a
And what
retic
happened?
cage. And I had a leftover piece of glass from an alligator enclosure that was like 3/4 inch thick glass. And oops, Don Munson called in and I accidentally answered. Hey, Don, how you doing? You're live on YouTube.
Hey, real quick, 1,000 pounds. Remind me again, You wanted the majority of them to be small?
Welcome.
Yeah,
to the
start
Superdwarf
small and work your way
show.
up.
Okay, what's the biggest size that you want?
Maybe 3.5.
Okay, so between 1 and 3.5.
Yep.
Or like, what
The
do we do?
smallest I have up to 3.5.
Yep.
But make it potentially heavy on the bottom end,
Everyone hit
Yep.
that like button for Team Ashley.
because it's majority for you.
Yes. It's all for me.
Is that what you
Okay.
do?
No,
I'm
no,
so
no,
old.
it's
Okay,
you.
perfect.
Is
That's
that
all I
what-
need to know.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I
You're
can
right.
I'll
Isn't it
talk,
right?
I'll talk
Like,
to you
cool?
tomorrow.
You're the cool
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yep.
I'm not the
Alright,
cool
bye.
mom. I
You're the
tried.
cool one.
You make me cool.
I don't
You,
know
like,
what
teach
clutch
me
number
how
it
to be
is,
cool.
but that clutch is coming with Don Munson. So I have him bringing me some other stuff. But Don Munson actually hatched a breeding loan clutch with his golden child orange ghost stripe. Superdwarf male.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes, you do. Come on, the OGS, they make the cows. You and Thomas play ignorant. You know what orange
if
ghost
I
stripe
see
means.
it, well, maybe.
Anyway, Superdwarf orange ghost stripes, head orange ghost stripes, possibly a golden child orange ghost stripe. It's a small clutch. They're epically small bloodline, but that's pretty exciting. So,
I actually learned what orange glow means today.
orange glow. Well, that's a new one.
The first.
By the way, we weren't going to talk about those yet.
No, I learned about what it meant. You're the one that said I learned what it
You
meant.
spilled the beans.
No,
this
I
time.
just said I learned what it
I
meant.
didn't
That
do
could
it.
mean anything. That could mean anything.
Oh, man.
I'm learning.
The way that
Garrett
you're talking
decided
right now
to
just
expose
makes
himself.
you.
No. Garrett decided to double down and expose himself. I was just saying I
Double
learned
down.
what it meant.
That's fine.
Now I kind of feel like I should go downstairs and get the snake.
Well,
Wow.
why don't you answer
Now you're
finish your,
tripling
your,
down.
your story? The snake
Oh,
gets
so
out.
giant snake. She was not a nice snake. She was actually
Just,
probably
like,
one of the
clip note
meanest
it.
ones. But she was sitting in there. This was thick pane of glass because it was from an aquarium. But she like propped herself up against the two sides of the cage and would just push, on this big pane of glass. It was like, I don't know, whatever, 6.5, 7
Clip
feet.
note it.
We got a super chat. So
She
I
busts
better make
out,
this one quick.
falls out of the cage. I run in there. It sounded like an explosion.
Yeah, it did. It sounded.
We were watching
Weird.
a movie in the living room and it's like boom. So we go running in there, snakes out, broken glass everywhere. I'm running around bare feet. She's raising up, ready to go. Oh man, Thomas is dancing. I better finish the story so we can ask a question. Anyway, I'm like, okay, listen, I'll manage her head. If you can get the back end, let's try to just get her in the closet where it's safe and close the door. And she's like, nope. Slams the door, trapping me in with the giant retic. Okay,
Yep.
what's our super
You can
chat?
handle
Scottish
it.
Rob, what do we got, Thomas?
You can read it.
Have we had any issues with the girls getting a hard time because of the reptiles? My daughter had wondered about how they handle it, if so. You should watch the Reach channel. There's some cool stuff coming up about that. But yeah, we actually have. You want to tell them about like Kira and kindergarten and all that stuff?
What? No.
Like how her and Kimberly became friends and all that, ultimately?
I mean, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it's still 2022, and girls somehow are still weird if they like bugs or animals or anything like that. And so, our daughter, being, Garrett's, offspring, loves bugs, loves scorpions, loves, nature, and she was kind of getting made fun about it, or thinking like people thought she was weird when even adults say things and they don't realize what they're saying. And so we reached out at that time. We didn't know her very well, but Kimberly Paws and two other people, I forget their names, just to kind of be a.
It was Amanda Sargent and Haley Picard.
Okay.
We sent
And-
messages to because they were like awesome, influential women in the reptile
Strong,
industry.
confident.
We had a young kindergarten daughter who was like getting picked on at school for being different because she liked bugs and reptiles.
Yeah.
So I'm calling her a tomboy and stuff like that. So we were just kind of teaching her to embrace the weird. It's what's going to make you awesome as an adult, which kids try to. I don't know. Adults kind of do this too. We try to whitewash the world, don't
Yeah.
we? We all try to be like, hey, you're different than me. I hate that. You should stop it. So we were trying to teach her the opposite of that. And so, yeah, she became, her and Kimberly Paws are great friends to this day.
And I think
because
it
of
gave her, she was 6 and now she's 11. And so I think the more you can surround her with people that have good influence that are women in the industry, even if you just reach out to them like through an email like we did or whatever, like, or even show her maybe during the different YouTube people or whatever, it makes a difference because when they're that young too, your world is so small You know, so you think you're the only one, but you're really not. Like, it's really not that big of a deal once you meet enough people that are like, oh, okay.
And
There's
it's
plenty
helped.
of women in this industry that are hardcore. You
Yeah,
know.
like when we, interesting tidbit, like with Superdwarfs, 30 something % of our customers are women.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's so many people come.
So it's
and
not
I feel
quite
bad.
50-50,
Yeah.
but that's a
and
big
it's
number.
when if it's like a guy girl combo, it's always like they're like, oh no, it's me. I'm buying the snake, and it's like the women having to remind me, oh, because I go straight to the guy, and like, at my own fault, like, but yeah, no, it's interesting how many of your clients are women.
Yeah, good question, Scottish. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Kira actually caught her own, so similar to the rattlesnake stories or whatever. We've been teaching her how to handle stuff. So just a little tidbit for the reach. That's our vlog channel. Has a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You guys can find that link in the description, right, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Coming up is, I don't know if it's this week or next week, but she caught her first snapping turtle, like by herself on video that you guys can watch.
Are you gonna? Yeah, he might like have to.
It was not a small
lower
snapping
my
turtle. It
voice
was
in the
pretty
back,
cool.
going, no, that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
Oh, we're leaving that part in there.
Oh,
We're
okay,
leaving
great.
that part in there.
It's like the rattlesnake
Yep.
episode.
Yep.
Listen, I chopped a lot out of the rattlesnake episode. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be chopping a lot out of this episode.
Because it was
All
like
right.
in water.
Thomas, how are we doing here? Oh man, 20 minutes left.
Lagging?
Well, no. They did say you should turn the music
I
volume
was
down
going to
a
say
little
we should turn the music up.
bit.
That's just because it's quiet in my headphones. So
Yeah. Well, you guys were kind of letting the cat out of the bag with the orange glow stuff. I wasn't going to say anything about that until we had.
Again,
pictures.
I'm
Listen,
going to be on Team Thomas.
I said I learned about an orange glow today.
And you said...
You were like, oh, we weren't supposed to talk about that snake. And I was like, what snake?
Exactly, yeah.
How would you know what an orange glow was if we didn't have a dwarf or
But that
Superdwarf?
doesn't-
Because you showed me pictures, maybe.
Yeah.
That could be an alternate storyline.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man, I just put the camera on us. Let's
So
duke it out
anyways.
right now. I'll fight you from over here.
All right, cool. Well, do we have any other questions for Ashley?
cat
Era of
doing?
Motion wants to know, how's the cat doing? And she says, the cat.
The cat. He's doing awesome. He is super cute. He's growing fast.
We got a new Sphinx cat named Tato. He is the
He's
entertainment of the
feisty.
family
Yeah,
right now.
I've never owned a cat, so to me, I'm the fool who's like, look at that. It's like, but it's just normal cat behavior. But I'm like, it's so funny. But no, he's cool. He's super laid back.
Hey, Try Hope. That was totally them. That wasn't me.
What?
They said I spilled the beans.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Team Thomas.
Exactly.
Or hashtag Team Thomas and Ashley.
Yeah. No, cat's good. I understand. I'm not really an animal person. Is that bad to say? Maybe I should.
You're getting canceled.
I get no. Hashtag Team Ashley's down.
You
as a
thought
bash.
it stopped at house
I
snakes.
know.
It
Well,
just goes to all
I'll
animals.
just say I've never owned a cat, and I can understand why people own a cat now. Before, I was not a cat person, but now I understand why people buy.
He's
cats.
probably the animal she likes the most. You pet him
Well,
and everything. Our
yeah.
dog, you're like,
'Cause
why is
it's
this
little.
dog next
I
to
don't
me?
have any babies, so it's little. So I just and
You
it
don't
will
own it.
lay like a baby, and so you can like.
It's
like,
one of those
cradle him.
naked little ones, and it's
Yeah.
like charcoal gray, your
It's so
favorite
handsome,
color.
so handsome.
Yeah.
He's a handsome cat.
He's a good looking dude. It is pretty funny too, because I haven't had a cat either. I've had tons of cats, but like
Outside.
outdoor cats,
Yeah,
like
barn cat.
cats just live outside and catch mice for us kind of cats, growing up on ranches and stuff. But I've never had like a pet cat, I would say. I barely,
And he loves
Pookie,
you.
Pookie, my toy poodle that we have, who's now fairly old, but she's really my first pet dog.
Yeah.
Because I had dogs before, but they were like working
Yeah,
dogs,
farm
ranch
dogs.
dogs and stuff like that I'd hang out with. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to see what so many like dogs and cats and just mammals in general. Like I guess I've had a few exotic mammals, but there weren't many that attracted me the way that reptiles do. So it's kind of interesting to just, I laugh at myself because I'm like, look, a cat. You know what I mean?
I was
Like
gonna say,
this
yeah,
is
you
what all the
turned 5.
YouTube videos are about. He's
Yeah.
pretty funny. We
All
should
right,
film him.
Garrett, enough about you. Christina's asking, Ashley, what do you like to do for fun? I'm muting Garrett for this one.
What am I? Why are you muting him?
Well,
He
just so you can talk uninterrupted.
What do I I don't know, Thomas. What do I like to do?
I don't know.
Stay tuned. I'll go grab a snake tonight.
Ashley goes,
It's
Thomas,
all
what
you.
do I like to do for fun? I am not
I'm a mom
the
of
one
4.
married
So
to
what
you.
I like to do for fun is a small list. But honestly, I like to be alone. That is my favorite thing to do. And that is something that's fun, I think. I just got back into it, but I really like going to the gym. I like weightlifting. And so it's been several years, but that's something actually I really like doing.
Okay,
And
so
eating.
picture this.
I love eating.
kids
Eating
are out.
alone. That's like,
Free babysitter. You don't have to pay anything. This lady loves your kids. Free babysitting.
okay.
Garrett's gone.
What would I do?
You're by yourself.
You don't understand.
You have
You don't understand.
You have as much wine as you want in the fridge. If you're into wine, whatever your favorite snack is,
Okay.
your favorite vegan snack, what do you do with all of that?
I literally do nothing. That's my
Perfect.
favorite thing to do.
Christina, the answer to your question is nothing.
I know. It's so boring. I know. I'm not a very exciting person. I used to be. But honestly, when you have a business and 4 kids, doing absolutely nothing is like the most fun in the world. So clearly this life is like thrilling with that
Are you
answer.
are you watching any shows on Netflix right now? Are you working through any movies or shows right now?
No, I watched This Is Us. I mean, come on, look at me. I feel like a lot of women will watch that movie or that show.
I've never heard of it.
This Is
but,
Us. We're going through the Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I love Peaky Blinders. I've been rewatching that.
Mhm. We were like shaving the boys' heads like when we first started, like the same haircut.
Oh Lord,
It's a little raunchy, but we just skip
I
over
love
those
it.
parts. Yeah.
it's easily skippable. Try Hope says Target by yourself.
Target by myself. Oh, I'm not the typical Target
More of a
person.
Trader Joe's,
No,
Costco.
I don't like spending money. I'm just a weirdo.
So Costco,
Not even
'cause you
Costco.
save money.
I don't like. No, not really. You walk out with like $200 and you get like 10
Yeah,
items.
but it feels like every other week Ash is like, "Hey, I'm going to Costco. Do you want me to
No,
buy you
once a
anything?"
month. Once a month.
I'm just kidding. It's been a while.
No, I'm
All
such a
right, gang.
boring person.
you're
That was
unmuted.
so lame.
Just
Do you wanna
kidding,
hold
I
it?
muted you again. You're
No.
muted.
Do you want me? To
I'm still muted.
Do you
No, you're
want-
unmuted now.
Do you want me to hold the Superdwarf?
Yeah, look. We got to
Why are
name
you
it.
putting it in my face?
You get to pick her name.
Oh, I get to pick her name.
Well, they're
Ashley,
going to
sit
give
in
you
Garrett's seat. I'll
suggestions.
zoom in on it. So Ashley, sit in
Oh.
Garrett's seat. Garrett, you can sit over there if you want, or Ashley's taking your place so that we can get a closer look at it.
Let's have a look. Hold it up for the camera.
Where do you want me to hold it, Thomas?
Hold it right in front of the mic.
So,
Yeah, kind of. No, you don't have to like pretend like that. There you go. That's great.
this is not actually the new babies. This is a yearling produced by my buddy Scott Bolter. I love this one because it's got some Kalatoa, some Kiowati, and some Jamp. But this is a Dwarf Orange Glow. That's Posset Snow from last year. So she's pretty cool. I'm falling in love with her. I was supposed to sell her. Now I don't want to. Maybe we should just name her.
She is
Sounds
cute.
good, guys. If you haven't watched a Superdwarf show before,
really
this is
cute.
the part of the show where we name a snake. You guys drop your name suggestions in the chat. I'll read them off.
Describe
And
her
Ashley, because
and
she is
still threatening.
Ashley, you're picking the name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ashley, I'm gonna shout these names out to you. You just, if you hear one you like, store it in your brain and then just
Okay.
run it through. So
Give it a
we're gonna
minute,
let the
though.
names filter in for a second. Yeah, drop your names in the chat. I'll shout them out to Ashley. If it's good enough, then
It is a female.
it'll get picked.
What can you tell us about this female snake that would help them name it?
Oh gosh. It's like a mustardy yellow color, and I don't know. You guys have such special terms for like the markings, but it has really cool markings on the back.
Try to describe it as though you were a wine sommelier. That's
Oh my
what I.
God.
So we already have a Clementine, right?
We already. Well, no, actually, Aiden's snake's named Clementine.
Okay. All right, we're getting some names.
It's a really
Night
cool head
Alone,
stamp. Wait, what?
Clementine, Reluctance, Kipo, Brunhilde,
Wait, speak up. I can't hear you.
Mandarin. All right. We got Night Alone, Clementine,
Clementine.
Kipo, Reluctance, Mandarin, Peaches and Cream, Snoodle, Fluffy, Sunset, Servina, Sickle, sounds scary till it's orange sickle, Tangerine, Lyric, Tangerine again, Marmalade, Miss Mustard, Dijon, Scully, Mandarin again,
Any more?
Peach, I know what my favorite is already.
I think I already have one, but is there
Brave
more?
Poupon.
Rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
Do you have one in mind?
I think the winner. Is it
What do you got?
Snoodle?
No.
Oh,
Ugh.
you don't
Go
like
for
it?
Cheese.
You're
puff.
not choosing it.
I'm not.
I
Yeah,
know.
I just was hoping you'd say Dijon. Dijon's like such a fun name.
But Snoodle is even
Alright.
funnier.
We're going with Snoodle.
I love it. How do you?
Samantha Arnett.
Samantha
Oh, really?
Arnett.
Did she already name
Hold
something
on.
before?
She might have named a couple.
The reason
yeah.
you don't
Oh, I
know
know.
is so you
I know.
Garrett, do you want to take a picture
She
of
just has.
Ashley
Oh gosh.
with Snoodle
Really? Oh,
for Samantha Arnett so Samantha can send us an email
Snoodle. How do you
Send
spell
me
that?
an email.
So how's this work? Say cheese.
to thomas@retreptiles.com and I'll send you the picture.
Snoodle, that's
thank
so
you guys for
funny.
your name suggestions. We still got a couple minutes of wow, let me just read you some of these participation awards because they Macaroni, Esmeralda, Scarlet, Sherbert, Glow, Grapefruit, Dewdrop, Mrs. Chester Cheetah,
Oh, that one's funny.
Macaroni, Sherby, Magna Doodle. Congrats. No, they're actually saying congrats.
Snoodle. That's so funny.
Wait, Snoodle, Snoodel or LE? Hold on.
Snoodle.
No. They had it. Okay, it was LE. Somebody else said EL.
Every time I say it, makes me laugh.
Yeah. Oh, she's happy. Samantha's excited that she gets a picture of you, Ashley.
Oh, great.
Oh, I guess I'm on this.
Oh, let me. There you go. You're back.
Woohoo!
Ashley, do you have any? How do you feel?
This
like
is how the world
experience
looks
has
from
been?
the guest side. That's pretty cool. Do you like the
Sure.
new setup? You know, these guys help pay for us because it helps us with the US Art channel that we do.
Yeah, no, I love it.
It's like intimidating, huh?
It's very. I don't think you guys know all the lights. I feel kind of like PTSD with the lights a little bit.
How do you describe that PTSD? I've heard this before.
Oh, because I've had 4 C-sections, and these are basically
Oh, wow. Yeah,
the
now I
lights that
kinda have
shine on you
PTSD.
during surgery. So it's kind of
That is true. That
sorry
is
for
what-
all the guys out there, but it's a
Wow,
little
you just
too
ruined
much.
that for me because your
Right?
C-sections
Uh-huh.
were pretty scary.
He thought I was gonna die, so
That first one was bad.
now we both can experience the same feelings under these lights.
I thought she was gonna die when our first. I don't think you guys want to hear baby birthing stories, but
no, this is
our
not
first
that kind of
baby,
show.
like they gave me the baby, and then they're like, "You have to leave" because she was in a bad way, and I was like, "Shoot, kid, I think it's just you and me now." Like,
so dramatic.
that's the thought that went through my head. I was like,
Shoot, kid.
"I'm losing a wife and gaining a kid in the same day. There's a lot to take in."
Jeez, that's too much.
Crazy.
Too much.
That's the way I felt. Then no one told me anything for like an hour and a half.
I don't know. That could be a hard.
No one said anything. Like
It's
she
a hard- that was
flatlined, I left. No one said
Little
anything for an hour and a half.
hardization
I was
right
like,
there.
my wife is dead. My wife is dead
Oh
now.
my gosh.
That's depressing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
on
crazy.
that note.
Ashley, do you
There
know
you
any good
go.
jokes for the audience to bring the mood up a little bit?
Oh my gosh. No.
You're not really a joke person?
No.
All right, Garrett, do you know any good jokes? No?
Guys,
Yeah,
we
you-
are going to jump to our Patreon after party. And
That's
that
not a
is
joke.
a
That's just.
talk. Wait.
Are you making a joke?
Yeah,
Oh.
that is a taco burrito conversation.
Nacho.
Nachos.
Nachos.
Ugh.
Snoodle.
Yeah.
What was the dad joke I said last night that
I
you were
don't
laughing
know.
at?
Clearly,
Remember?
our 4 kids.
I was
I
like,
don't
oh,
remember.
you like my dad joke from last night?
I do. You're funny.
What was it?
You're stupid funny. I don't know.
Thank you.
Wow.
Stupid funny.
Wow.
Not the intelligent funny. That's not the kind of
Dad
funny.
joke funny. That's good. That's not that you're stupid, but you have stupid things that you,
So he says stupid things now.
you have stupid jokes that are actually funny.
Cut. We need to end the show.
No, this
She's
sucker's
still
like-
talking.
This is
We still
burning.
got
This
8
is
minutes. We
crashing
can
and
go if
burning
you
right
want.
now.
I
We have
feel-
8
Well,
minutes.
if you want, we could keep going for 8 minutes.
I feel like Thomas's
Oh my
videography overexposed and what was it?
No, you're supposed to say it to like teenagers that are acting up. You're like, that kid is like a bad photograph, underdeveloped and overexposed.
Whoa.
Sorry, my bad.
That's what you get
Sorry,
live,
guys.
folks. Thanks for joining the Superdwarf Show. We will catch you guys next time. Hey, if you have not subscribed, the Reach is the vlog channel. That's up to you, but you must go subscribe to the US Art channel. We need your help. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next time.